Hello, Wisdom Seeker. Welcome to this week's Oracle card reading. We are going to explore the positive changes that are coming your way. I am using these Oracle cards as a tool to help guide you. So right now, just take a moment, think of the question you have about your life or where you are in your life. Just hold that in your thoughts right now. Take a look at the 3 piles of cards. Pick which pile resonates with you the most. If there's more than one pile that resonates with you, you have more than one message there. So go ahead and pick more than one. This is one of my most favorite ways to help people sharpen their intuitive skills. And it's my passion to do that because I believe that we all have an inner guidance system that can direct us using our true compass. It's very personal to you. And the way that we do that is we practice tuning in, listening to that eternal knowing, that wise voice inside. It helps us move through life with more ease and grace. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I am honored to be your intuitive guide. If you find value in this, please hit that subscribe and like button and share it with your friends who you also think would really appreciate this reading. Okay, let's get started with pile number 1, shall we? And I am using the Lenormand deck. Let me see if I can show you what this looks like. This is a Lenormand card deck, and unlike some card decks, it does have cards that are not all positive, but I like that because it gives you a truer reading, and it's very real. And I appreciate the reality of things when I'm getting a psychic reading because it helps me understand how to apply this to life, right? Okay, let's get started. Pile number 1. We have 3 cards for you that tell us a story of where you are. We have the Fish, we have the Whip, and the Storm. So wherever you are right now, there is some confusion about where your life is going in terms of abundance, finances, even your emotions are a little cloudy right now. But we are going to get to clarity. We're going to get to abundance and the receiving from the universe, all that is there for you. Right now, you can't see it. There's a cloud in your way. And just like on a cloudy day outside, the sun doesn't disappear. It's just behind the cloud. So it didn't actually go anywhere. We're just waiting for that cloud to clear up. So this might be where you are right now. I want you to know that the sun didn't go anywhere. You might have been depressed for a little while. You might have been feeling a lot of turmoil, confusion, sadness, really heavy feelings that are hard for you to get past. And you're wondering, how in the world is my life going to turn around? How are my finances going to turn around? How am I going to feel this love and goodness in life that I've been working towards, that I desire, that I see other people have? How am I going to find the place where I want to live, or have the community that I'm really desiring to be a part of? And it's good that you're asking these questions. It's good that you are having these feelings. Don't bypass them. They are teaching you so much right now about your desires, about what you actually want and value in your life. So these red flags that are going off that are actually bringing you a little bit of fear because you're worried you won't reach it or you won't get to that goal, it's actually showing you that you have a desire and drive to have those things in your life. These are the things you value. When we see the things that we value, we are able to then hopefully take a moment and ask ourselves, in a moment of reflection and awareness, why do I want that thing? Why am I not able to create happiness, joy, peace, love? What's standing in the way between me and that thing that I desire? So you're going to have to go inward. You're going to have to really be honest with yourself and take a look at what blocks your joy. What blocks the deep connection that you desire to have with a friend when you're hanging out with them, but you feel yourself spiraling sometimes into this critical, negative self-talk. It's kind of like a loop in your mind that goes a little like this. You're hanging out, you're having fun, you're with the people you want to be with. It's something you've been wanting to do for a long time and you're doing it, but you're not able to enjoy the moment and receive. You're not able to really accept and let that love in, even though it's there right in front of you. So that means you have an emotional block or a mental block of something that keeps coming up, usually in a very active mind, that says you're not good enough, that says they don't like you, that says all of these critical self-destructive talks, like these words and these thoughts and these kind of very sad way of seeing yourself. But here's the thing. Nobody else knows unless you're hanging out with very intuitive people. Most of the time, the people you're hanging out with do not know that's what's going on internally with your dialogue. So they're not seeing the suffering that you are going through while you're hanging out. And that is your job to address that within yourself, to really take a step back and see, okay, I'm hanging out with these people. They are my friends. They do love me. They care about me. They show me that. They don't show me anything otherwise. So why am I constantly putting myself down and not allowing myself to receive this love and feel this love? And I just want to say that this is a huge moment of growth for you. And it could be that you have never felt safe in a social setting. You might be an introvert. You may have had traumatic experiences hanging out with other people who really hurt you or betrayed you. So it's healing that trauma. It's really transmuting the fear of those negative self-talk loops that are going on in your mind, transmuting it into self-love. And that would look something like this. When you start to say to yourself, I feel like nobody cares about me. I feel like people think I'm weird. Stop right there. Take that feeling. If you feel like nobody cares about you, and that moment is an opportunity to care about yourself, to give yourself that love that you desire from other people. And when you do this, when you love yourself that much, when you say, okay, maybe they think I'm weird, but I love myself. I love myself, and I'm going to now give myself all of this love that I am desiring. And then you just, in that moment, fill yourself up with love in whatever visualization you need, in whatever affirmations you need, in whatever self-touch, hugging yourself, like really, really opening up your crown chakra, letting that light pour into your crown chakra, dropping it into your heart, receiving the love of the universe, asking your angels and spirit guides to come and love you in that moment. And just let it fill you up, fill you up, fill you up. So every time you get into a negative, self-critical thought loop, you want to take that negative thought and transmute it into self-love and stop yourself in your tracks and say, hey, I'm not going to sit here and belittle myself and have these horrible conversations that bring myself down. Instead, right now, I'm going to love myself. I'm going to tell myself how much I care about me, how much I deserve the love that I desire, and that I can give it to myself. And in that moment, you start to shift your energy field. You start to change the energy that you are holding and starts attracting love to you. It's not that it wasn't there. The love is already there, but you can't see it because you have that cloud of negativity. So when you change your energy field and you embody the love that you desire, then you start to see all of the love around you that's surrounding you in the plants, in the animals, in the people, in the sunshine, in the rain, even in the most difficult circumstance, you see the love in it when you are embodying that self-love. It does take practice. It does take work. It takes awareness to stop yourself in your thought patterns and say, I'm not going to do this to myself anymore. I'm no longer going to cut myself down. And when you start to practice this kind of internal dialogue, you're doing a lot of mature spiritual work that starts to shift the way that you perceive the world. You start to see life from a different perspective, where you see life as experiences that are working out for you. They are helping you grow, expand, and change. So it starts with your thoughts of how you're thinking about yourself. I've said that enough. I wanted to drive that point home. I'm glad that I did, because guess what? You're worth it. And you are here for a short amount of time. We are all here in this life for a very short amount of time. And if we come to the realization that life is an experience, that we get to choose how we deal with everything that comes our way. If we get to choose what we want to feel and embody and how we want to participate and show up in this short amount of time that we have on this planet, we start to take responsibility for ourselves and empower ourselves through the little things in life, the mundane things in life. Soon those little mundane things turns into an abundance of like domino effect, step by step by step. All of the sudden your life is magic, because it's in the mundane little things that we apply magic to that create a big magical life. Let me pull an oracle card for you now. I'm using the Starseed Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. And I just want to ask what closing message the universe has for you. So these are the big positive changes. This one fell out. The big positive changes that are coming your way are going to be sparked by you when you initiate the change of the thought process that is going on in your mind. This card is, your life is a canvas. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. It goes so perfectly with what I was saying. Okay, your life is a canvas. Artist manifestation, creative accountability. Take a look at that. I'm going to look up. You can pause for a moment while I look this up and just let that sink in. Your life is a canvas. You're the artist of your life. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it when these cards come together like this. And your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the vibrations that match them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud that you're most thankful for, what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life And one thing will be certain, you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This is right in alignment. I love it. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? So the Starseed Soul Inquiry that you can meditate on is, what are you being called to create in your life? Please like and subscribe if this resonates with you. If you want a personal reading, go ahead and click on the link below to sign up for a personal reading that goes way more in depth. Okay, so let's move on now to pile number 2. This is the positive change that's coming your way. So I'm really excited to read this to you. Pile number 2. You have the Messenger, which is the first card of the Lenormand deck. See this beautiful rainbow and the messenger bag with the woman. She's bringing you a message of hope. It's like a fairy tale. And then we have the swans in the heart, which signify love and romance, happiness, happy emotions. And then we have the man sitting, waiting patiently with the rose. So if you are a man and you have been patiently waiting for love and romance, you are going to get it very soon. If you are a woman and you have been waiting for that man to enter your life, or you're waiting for him to pop the question, it's coming very soon. If you identify as they or them, your love is coming soon. It's coming, okay? So hang in there. If it hasn't started already, it's going to come very, very quickly. You may be feeling more love and expansion in your heart. There's something that you recently experienced in your life because of the work you've been doing, from your own inner guidance, from your spiritual growth. Something finally clicked where you said, oh my gosh, this is the missing piece of the puzzle. And when it actually clicked, your heart expanded. You felt more at ease. You felt more open to receive. You started to feel happiness and love and joy on deeper levels, and enjoying your life even more than you thought was possible before, because now your heart is open. Your heart's open to receive. But that took some work. It took a lot of trusting. It took a lot of heartache and confusion and deep diving and searching for that honest answer that you've been searching for. And you found that the answer was not to close your heart off. No matter how fearful you were, you kept taking the next steps to learn how to heal yourself, to learn how to integrate those parts of you that have been separated. You have been doing so much work in soul retrieval, in shadow work. You have found those missing parts of you that you were looking for, where you were like, I feel like something's missing. I feel like something's off. I am doing the work, but I don't know why this doesn't feel right. And then the universe brought you an experience and gave you the opportunity to try pivoting just a little bit. And if I'm talking to you and you haven't had this experience yet, this is a very big golden nugget for you, okay? Just try pivoting a tiny bit into the direction of what you desire to feel. If you feel closed off, if you feel that you had to protect yourself and layer yourself with all of these walls of boundaries, which are very real and very much needed, but you may have been using all of these boundaries and ways of protecting yourself from a fearful standpoint where you didn't want to let anyone in, where you were closing yourself off, you were isolating yourself more than you were opening your heart. And to open your heart takes a little bit of vulnerability. So for you to be strong enough to open your heart in a vulnerable way that is safe for you not to get destroyed or have a traumatic experience, you have to show yourself that love. You have to give yourself the nurture, the care, the time, the space, the anything that you need to feel that safety, that love, that strong foundation. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think you do. So you may have had an experience with a friend recently that really took you by surprise. And in the past, you may have used a method of putting up a wall, creating boundaries, saying they're not safe. And you learned that by doing that, you were actually hurting yourself, because then you were creating too much of a distance between you and all of your friends, and you were isolating yourself. And then you may have learned by taking some time and asking yourself, how can I approach this in a way that is safe for me, but also doesn't close my heart? That's how we get to the self-love and the answers of, this is what I need to do to take care of myself, to love myself in a way that it doesn't matter what anybody does or says outside of me. This isn't going anywhere. This strength of love, of abundance, of a well of love that comes from me, that comes from the universe, cannot be taken away from me, no matter what happens outside there. And in that way, you are overflowing with love, with grace, with happiness, with joy. And that overflow of love spills out into your life. And instead of condemning people and being hateful and fearful and whatever comes along with fear of getting hurt and isolation, instead of all of that, you are pouring out unconditional love. That's what heals. That's what heals so many things. That's what allows connections to become stronger. That's what teaches other people forgiveness. When you forgive yourself, when you forgive other people, when you have a strong, stable love flowing out of you because you know how to give it to yourself, that creates an energy field of healing. That energy field of healing really can handle the most horrendous act of fear that somebody gives to you in their life, because they don't know how to handle themselves. And then you start to see the truth of why people act the way they do, why they make decisions out of fear that hurt other people. Sometimes we don't know why people do horrendous things. We don't know why people constantly hurt us. But the more that we learn about ourselves and how to love ourselves, the more we can see that in those instances, they were acting out of fear, not out of love. So, the love's coming your way. You may be feeling it already, you may not, but here is your message. You know, the positive changes that are coming your way are going to come from you learning how to forgive yourself, forgive others, and not rely on other people's behavior to make you feel whole. Your behavior makes you feel whole. It's how you take care of yourself. And then everything else falls into place in the sense of perspective. The perspective becomes clear. You can see what in your life needs a little more attention in terms of relationship You can tell what your relationship is with other people, with other things, and where you need to work on that communication, the trust, the forgiveness. And it doesn't mean that it's always up to you. You know, you might be saying to yourself right now, how come I'm the one who has to do all the work? Well, you're not. You don't have to be responsible for other people. You are only responsible for loving yourself. And in that act of understanding and loving yourself, it flows out of you. It's the overflow of being responsible to take care of yourself, know yourself, make responsible decisions. That spills out of you and heals the relationships in your life because it's love that's overflowing. I'm really excited for you, pile number 2. All that heartache and pain that you have felt in the past, it does mend, it does heal, it does go away, okay? There are things that we never forget in life, but they're time, understanding, wise choices, all of these things help mend the broken heart. They help us feel more deeply and know how to relate with others. So I'm going to pull a card for you from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. See what the closing message is for you. Nope, there we go. That one came out already. Let's see. Oracle, wait for important information. Can you see it? Okay. I'm going to find this and read it to you. Oracle, wait for important information. Be open and receptive to information. Gather facts so you can make a decision that is in line with your integrity. The Oracle is the truth speaker and insight bringer of this deck, the ancestor who will be your best outspoken girlfriend, someone who will tell you exactly what you need to hear to move forward. In this deck, she is reminiscent of the Oracle of Delphi, a psychic priestess of ancient Greece who was able to receive information and make predictions. She holds a bowl that has sacred smoke rising out of it, bringing the message to look beyond all you can see and gather information in order to make an accurate evaluation of your current situation. Whew. Angels, ancestors, and the universe are speaking to you at this time. So look and listen for important conversations, signs, and messages that will point you in the right direction. You are being guided to wait for more information before making any fast moves because at the moment you are letting your wants get in the way of your needs. There is an opportunity for you to see everything clearly at this time, but you will only be able to do so if you're willing to truly open your eyes. If you have been waiting for further information about a choice you have to make or action you have to take, don't take matters into your own hands, but let what needs to be revealed be revealed. Then you'll know what to do next. Angels are supporting you. Trust them. Pile number 2, please share this video with anyone you think it will resonate with. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you want a personal reading, please click on the link below. And we could go a lot deeper into whatever it is you need guidance on. Pile number 3. Boy, are you lucky. You're going to love this one. Okay, we have the compass, the star. It has all the zodiac signs around it. We have the lucky clovers and the letter. So you guys have really been waiting for an answer. You've been working towards something. You have been wanting an outcome, and you are about to receive it. So some of you are going to actually receive a test result, correspondence. You've been waiting for a certificate, something that you have been working towards. You know what the thing is you're waiting for. There might be 10% of you that have no clue and you're going to receive some news and your life's going to turn around like that. But the majority of you that are watching this right now, you have been waiting for the answer that you've been wanting, and it's coming. You have good luck with this. This is pointing towards your destiny. So some of this is preordained. Some of this is the next chapter of your life. Some of this is your life's purpose is unfolding. And there are things in life that we cannot control. Some of these things are predestined. And then there's the thing inside of that predestined package that you do have ultimate choice over. Some of you who know what your life's purpose is, you know what your mission is, you've been working diligently towards it, you get to say how you present yourself to the world. You get to be creative with that endeavor, with the way that you create that beautiful life of yours. And only you get to decide that. And it's going to be unique to what lights you up. So if you've been waiting, maybe you've been studying and you've been waiting to see, okay, now what should I do with this? That's up to you. Some of you are healers. Some of you are card readers. Some of you are psychics. Some of you are leading people in plant medicine journeys. Some of you are parents and you've been waiting to have a child, and you will be getting a test result soon that you are going to have a child. So this is very direct and specific. It's exciting news. It's cause for celebration. So within that destiny that you hold, that you came here to live out in life, you get to decide then the creative aspects of it. So if you don't know if something is the right choice for you, it's time to drop in and ask. Ask yourself first all the hard questions about it. You know, if I were to move to this state, what would my life be like? What would I be doing? What would I have to give up here? What would be the difficulties of it? And go through the whole what ifs, okay? Explore it, write it on paper. If I take a new job, if I quit my job, if I decide to get married, go through the whole positives, negatives. You can make a T-chart, write it on paper, see it so you can make a clear decision, and know that you're always allowed to change your mind. You do not have to think of this as a forever decision, unless it's something like you're having a child. When you have a child, you have a child, okay? So if there is some wiggle room in there, ask yourself those questions and see that you are able to add the flavor that you want. You're able to dress it up in the way that you want. You're allowed to present it in the way that you want and have fun with it. Let it be an expression of your soul. Let it be that very unique thing that only comes from you. And in that way, it will be so much fun. It will be so enjoyable. It will be so exciting, and it'll just be great. It will be great because it's coming from you. And when you start to feel like it's a chore, drop in and ask yourself, who am I doing this for? Am I doing it for myself? Am I doing it for to please other people? And then you can find a way to get back on track, right? So if things start to feel dull, you're like, oh, I really wanted this. This is what I asked the universe for. I really wanted to be this profession, and now I got it, and now I'm doing it, and it's starting to feel like I can't breathe, like it's not what I wanted. It's time to check in with yourself and say, am I being authentic? Authenticity is the key to you expressing and experiencing joy in the mundane parts of life. we all have to do those things that are difficult and things that are boring and things that are just like adulting that's like bleh, you know? But if you do it from your authentic style, you put your spin on it, it starts to feel fun. It feels like, oh, I'm doing this my way. And that's why you're here. You are here to express yourself. You are here to be the expression of the divine that is only expressed through you in this form as a human. And the more that we all start to authentically express ourselves, the more harmony we start to feel in life. So I want to encourage you to be more authentic in all that you do and stop doing those things that you're doing just to appease other people. That will drain the life out of you. I mean, sure, there's responsibilities we all have that we don't always want to do. But when you do things for the wrong reason and it doesn't bring you joy, that is a huge energy leak that we can fix by becoming more aware of our energy behind our actions. When we are clear about why we do things and we put intention behind it, it brings us more satisfaction. So this is a wake-up call. This is a reminder to be authentic, to be unique, to put that weird, wacky spin on it in only the way that you can. Now let me pull an oracle card for you. This is the Archetypes Wild Unknown by Kim Krans. Let's ask the universe what message it has for you today for positive change coming your way. Woo! That one is, here it is. The river. Ooh, I love this one. The river. When you are in the river, you are going with the flow of life. If you are swimming against stream, it feels very hard. Just like I said about the authenticity, when you are authentically expressing yourself and being you, and you have intention behind the things you do, and you are aware of your signature, your fingerprint, the uniqueness of you, even the mundane things in life can be fun. Even the small things can be magical. So jumping into the river gives us a flow that goes with the current. We let the energy, the big cosmic energy of the planetary alignments, the seasons of life. What season are you in? Go with the flow of that. Don't try to fight it. That will exhaust you. It will be like swimming upstream, and it just won't feel good. So the positive change that's coming your way is learning how to go with the flow of the seasons in your life, allowing yourself to receive. Let yourself receive some help. Let yourself receive some abundance from the universe, some gifts from friends. Ask the universe to pour its gifts, abundance, beauty, love, blessings on your life from every angle and jump in that river. That will be a very different flow from one that goes against the grain. And I want to pull one more card for you, pile number 3. I don't know why, but this was calling to me, so I'm going to do it. So one word here for you right now, one word for pile number 3. What is the message? Flexibility. Okay. Get in the flow of life and be flexible. And that will release a lot of pain and suffering, and it will give you more room to breathe. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the link below to set up a reading if you would like to go a little deeper. And I will see you soon.